All right, so I'm doing the fourth video because I realized I talked about the Bitcoin ETF was denied by the SEC, the Winklevoss brothers, twins, whatever. Um, so I mentioned this guy Mike had sent me an email, and it was a good one to talk about, And I'd said, look, there was 3 or 4 mentioned that was the SEC said we're going to wait till September on one thing. The Winklevoss, that one's denied, whatever. And I said that's not the CBOE's one we talked about with the thing with X Split or Split X, whatever the name of that company was. So I don't know where they get this information from. So take this with a grain of salt, but it's called the ICOjournal.com, written by Rogue Trader. CBOE source says Winklevoss denial is irrelevant and was expected by us. The Winklevoss Bitcoin ETF denial moved the crypto markets yesterday. This was posted the 27th, so that means the 26th. Bitcoin gapped below 8,000, and the crypto community was abuzz as to what the lengthy SEC opinion meant for the next step of crypto ETF submissions. Specifically, what does it mean for the CBOEs, or we'll just call it CBO? What does it mean for the CBO submission, as they seem to have the strongest institutional case for approval? We reached out to a couple of sources in the institutional space, and one of those sources reside at the CBO. This is what they had to say. Again, this source says, let's just see what it says. Our CBO source says, the Winklevoss denial is irrelevant here. Those that realize that quickly are the voices you should listen to here. Our submission, based on the Van Eck SolidX product, is equally backed by the principles needed to expect an approval, but also carries the heft of a regulatory agency that is part private sector and part pseudo-governmental agency. While we are a public company via capitalization, we are still closely tied to the regulatory bodies given the need for public trust, etc. That is where the SEC will focus its approval or disapproval chops. We still believe that approval of our Bitcoin ETF product is a near certainty, just a question of timing and potential administrative delays. So that was the end quote. A former SEC charge that we spoke to earlier in the week gave us this little nugget. Quote, the CBOE product is the most certain from an approval standpoint. The hybrid exchange/regulatory elements there make a world of difference. The SEC will have an internal interest in dealing equitably with the CBOE. Believe me when I say that. The Gemini decision was expected from those in the know and could have easily been predicted. Again, this stuff is more about timing than anything else. Approvals will come. It is more a matter of Q4 2018 or Q1 2019. And as I said before, that will open up the door to more crypto-based product submissions. End quote. Both of these statements were expected, and neither source was moved in any meaningful way by the Winklevoss denial. Some passive dialogue was produced with respect to other Bitcoin ETF submissions, but the focus remains on the CBOE's significant chances for approval. We asked one more question of our CBOE source before ending the conversation. Do you still consider an approval a near certainty given today's news? Absolutely, and without hesitation, it remains the clear expectation here, and that hasn't changed one bit. It would be a major upset were an approval be denied. Again, this is about when, not if. So, Mike, thanks for sending me that. This is what I felt the whole time. Again, people got confused with these denials. This was not for the CBOE's deal with that they had with this I kept calling it SplitX, SolidX, the Van Eck Group and SolidX product. That's the one that we heard the news about. Like, hey, yeah, the one that Tiki, or is that his name Tiki from Palm Beach Group, was saying, look, it's a done deal. It's going to happen. So that should clear up some FUD out there, so to speak. And it's not even FUD that it's not going to happen. It's FUD in the shape or form of you're thinking these other ETFs got denied equals that one getting denied, and that's not the case. That one still appears to be a go. Take care.